Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm in the UK, so I didn't get to see Godzilla Minus One until the 15th of December. It was an agonising wait, knowing that everyone else had seen it and I was trying to avoid spoilers. So my notes here for the way I'm going to talk about the movie is screenx, Cineworld first, hype, Godzilla / scenes, score, music, story, characters, budget, better than Shin. So we'll go in that order. I went to Cineworld for the first time in West London. My first time experiencing screenx. I went looking before I saw the movie to find any reviews on Godzilla Minus One in the screenx format. Honestly, I don't really think it's worth it. Didn't do anything for the film. It wasn't really synced up very well, very blurry. Definitely wouldn't say go out of your way to see it in screenx. Just try and see it in IMAX. I think is just the best way to do it. There's an image on the screen of the gist of what screenx is. So yeah, screenx, not really worth it for me personally. I think definitely try and see it in IMAX or just a nice big screen with a good sound system. But the main screen in the middle, that was perfectly clear and very big and very satisfying. But it's just the side peripheral stuff, very blurry. Didn't really add to the experience. Just something I could easily do without. So that's my thoughts on screenx. IMAX is the way to go. Then the next thing we'll talk about is hype. There was certainly a lot of hype around the movie. I got sucked into that just in the anticipation of waiting to finally see it in the UK. For the most part, I would agree with all of it. I didn't cry. A lot of people, and I'm a bit of an emotional dude in movies as I get older. You find that as you get older, things get to you more. I can't even watch the end of Planes, Trains and Automobiles anymore. That's too much. But no, I didn't shed any tears. I can see the moments where people would, and if it wasn't for there was elements around me that kind of maybe pulled me out of the experience a little bit. It wasn't a full room of people. It was only about maybe not even a quarter of the way full when I was watching it. But the people that were in there were talking a lot, and there was people to the left of me talking. There was some just why do people bring screaming toddlers to the cinema? I don't know. I didn't see the kid, but must have been about 3 years old and wouldn't shut up right at the back behind me, but you could just hear it all the time. Also my friend who's probably watching this, I've known him since I was 7. He's my best mate, and he's notorious for falling asleep during movies. We went to see Alien on the big screen. I think it was last year. Obviously I've seen Alien a bunch of times, but I've always wanted to see it on the big screen. He was well up for it, and I look over at him at one point. He's completely conked out, head back, mouth agape, eyes rolled back in his head, snoring. It's like, mate, it's one of the best films ever made. And he fell asleep 3 times during Godzilla Minus One. Oh, I just gave up in the end. Well, actually, no, I didn't. The 3rd time he fell asleep, I threw a straw at his face and woke him up because the final big battle was about to happen. Godzilla / scenes. Now, the design of Godzilla, I get it. This is probably why quite a lot of people are saying this is their favourite, because it does kind of hark back to the Heisei era and the original, and a bit of Shin Godzilla in there as well. But a very, aesthetically pleasing Godzilla. Familiar but new, reinvented. They did a great job with that, and I really do like this design. So spoiler stuff, because I'm pretty sure most people have seen it by now. I won't go into anything too specific, but I'm not going to dodge anything in the film, because by the time you see this, you've probably seen the film already. It's been out for a good while now. Yeah, the Godzilla scenes, they're few and far between. There's definitely a big chunk in the film where he doesn't turn up for a while before the last encounter. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more Godzilla, but I get it. It's character driven. They did a great job with that. And then score / music. Music was fantastic. A lot of classic Godzilla themes in there, and really good sound quality, and the right pieces of music chosen for the right moments in the movie, I thought. So yeah, great job with the music, the score, the story. I thought was great. The kamikaze pilot, everything he was going through, and Japan. top stuff, really good. No complaints. I don't really have any complaints with anything. Just a nitpick. There was a scene, or a couple of scenes, where Godzilla is in the ocean, and he seems to be standing in the ocean, kind of waist deep, in the scene where they sink him. You could say he's treading water, but some of the scenes it looked like he might have been treading water, but there was definitely a few scenes where it looked like he was standing in the water, like waist level, but yet he sunk down to the bottom of the ocean. So I don't know how that works. I guess it's just, they couldn't get around it. It's a movie. We need to be able to see him standing there in the ocean, but yet how would he be? That's the only thing I can really nitpick about. Characters, I like them all, really do. I think it will benefit from seeing it another time at home, where I can get more immersed in it because of the people that wouldn't shut up, and the children screaming and crying, and my friend falling asleep every 5 minutes. Bless him. Budget, so under 15 million apparently. That was amazing because it did look fantastic. I didn't spot any of the scenes where people were saying the water looked bad or Godzilla looked a bit dodgy. I didn't see any of that. I was keeping an eye out for it because most reviews I saw, people would say it looked great for the budget, but you can tell that there was a budget. Not for me, really. I didn't spot anything that looked cheap or rushed. I thought they did an amazing job with what they had. Amazing. And then the last one I've got here is, as far as my notes, is it better than Shin Godzilla? Not for me. No. I think the scenes in Shin Godzilla, I know most people like it's another situation like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. I love Batman Begins. It's my favourite film of all time. Everyone else loves The Dark Knight better. I think Batman Begins is the best Batman film ever made, and I doubt it will ever be topped in my lifetime. And Shin Godzilla, for me personally, is my favourite Godzilla film to this day now. I just think the scenes with Shin, watching him evolve, and when just the mystery behind that version of the creature, the pain he was in. Is he aware that he's causing as much devastation as he is? You feel sorry for the creature. This is a different thing altogether. Godzilla in this is just a monster that wants to destroy. There was a part where when he attacks the city and he just literally demolishes a building just because he can, and he seems to be enjoying it. That was all awesome. But I just think, for me personally, Shin Godzilla is still, and I know I'm going to be in the minority there, but I really do feel that Shin is still my top Godzilla film. Those scenes in Shin Godzilla when he turns back up to Tokyo in his fourth form, and he's just slowly crushing his way through the city, and you're getting those street level views, and just the look of the creature, that burning from within, just that intense godlike presence that he has. I just love that. So for me personally, I don't think this is better than Shin Godzilla. It's two totally different approaches though. One modern day with Shin, and then going back to the World War II era with -1. Very different time periods. People were different then. But I love that it does hold up to multiple viewings because there's so much dialogue in Shin Godzilla. You're always going to spot something new each time you watch it. But I just love that realistic, real-time, this is how it would be. I love that aspect of Shin Godzilla, and just the atomic breath in Shin Godzilla also. I don't think you could say that -1 is on par with it. A lot of people are going to say that the atomic breath scene was better than Shin Godzilla. Definitely don't agree with that. Shin Godzilla was absolutely devastating. The way that beam slices through buildings like hot knife through butter, and just the destruction that he caused in such a short burst of time, it gives me chills. So yep, Shin Godzilla's still number one for me, which I'm glad about because I've spent a lot of money on Shin Godzilla collectibles. I've got another one coming now, another 30cm Shin Godzilla X Plus figure that I didn't even know existed until about, yesterday I found it. That's coming to the channel soon. If you like Godzilla stuff, folks, I've got a lot of Godzilla content, a lot of figure and statue reviews on the channel. I am obsessed with the big G. But yeah, I agree with all the praise -1 is getting. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Excellent film. Very happy for Toho Studios doing something this awesome on such a low budget and really showing Hollywood how it's done. Jesus, when you hear about I can't remember the exact number, but I think they were saying that one episode of that god awful She-Hulk rubbish cost $250,000, Sorry, folks, slight correction there. She-Hulk episode was about 25 million just for one episode. Jesus. And just for one episode of that filth. And you get something like this, a feature-length Godzilla film for under 15 million. Just an amazing achievement. And I am very happy. It's a good time to be a Godzilla fan. They actually showed the trailer for that new Godzilla X Kong movie, which I don't like the look of. They showed that trailer before this movie, and I thought, well, that's just going to make this look even better, because it's good for kids, you know, the Godzilla Kong stuff. It's good for the younger kids. It's bright, it's colourful, and, you know, it is what it is. But this is for, I'd say, you know, pretty much all ages. I mean, maybe kids under 8 years old might find it a little bit scary or not really understand what's going on, but yeah, top stuff. Trying to think, is anything else I want to mention? I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Don't recommend screenx. See it in IMAX or just a regular big screen cinema, and you'll be fine. I just mainly did this review because I couldn't find any screenx reviews of Godzilla -1 on YouTube, and I thought I'd just put one out there for folks who might be curious. So yeah, if you've enjoyed the review, hit the like button for me and subscribe to the channel. Check me out. I do lots of interesting stuff here. You might find it entertaining, and I hope you're all doing well. Christmas coming up around the corner, so I hope you're having good holidays, and I hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Always good to hear from you, and I will see you soon on the channel with some pretty cool reviews for some pretty awesome stuff I got coming up. Quite a varied selection of things coming to the channel, all kinds of stuff. Godzilla stuff, horror movie stuff, some superhero stuff. I got some pretty cool stuff on the way. I'm going to stop saying stuff so much and let you go now. Alright, take it easy, folks. Bye bye.